Still tossing receipts in a shoebox, or worse, losing them altogether? Let's fix that. I'm Jenny, a professional bookkeeper, and in this video, I'll show you how to track receipts in QuickBooks Online and the QuickBooks app so you can stay organized, save time, and never miss a deduction again. I am going to start today in the QuickBooks app. Remember, that is this green QB. In the QuickBooks app, you are able to take a picture of your receipts and they upload automatically into your QuickBooks. Once you set up your app, you are able to come in here and directly take a picture and send it right to your books. When I log in here, I might see this screen, I might see something slightly different. I am going to look for the spot where I can upload or snap pictures of receipts. I am going to click on this green plus, and the top one right here says snap receipt. That is what I want to do today. It's going to open my camera and I can take a picture of this receipt that I have here. Once I take that photo, I can hit this green arrow and look at it and make sure that it includes everything that I need. And then I can click on the green use this photo button. Once I have done that, it's going to do a short process where it's going to extract some of the information out of that photo. Once this process is finished, I need to add some information. You can see here on my screen it says missing info. So I am going to click on this. It is showing me a little bit of information that it extracted from that receipt. It is selecting that it is a receipt document type. You can change this. If it was a bill, you could put it in as a bill, but this is a receipt, so I'm going to leave it. The total amount is showing $90. Every once in a while, you'll have a receipt that might not have the best quality, so you can edit this if you need to. But right now I'm leaving this because $90 is correct. How did you pay? This is required. This is actually coming from my bank account, but since I used a card, the best option here is credit card. Payment account. This one is one of the most important because if you don't add the correct payment account, you won't be able to find it when you go into the bank feed. I'm going to add my payment account. And my payment account for this one is my checking, so I'm going to select that. Payment date, I want to make sure that this payment date matches what's on my actual invoice, which it does. So I can select my category here. This will include all of the different categories that I have in my chart of accounts in my actual QuickBooks. I can click on this and it's going to include all of them. Dues and subscriptions is the correct account for this. And then we also have optional fields here. These are things that you don't need to enter but can be really helpful. I am going to add a payee. And I'm going to search for it to make it a little faster for me. This is Keeper. I can, if I need to, add a memo to this, select if it's billable to a customer. If it's billable to a customer, I do need to add that customer. It does include a reference number. If I want that in there, I can leave it. If I don't want that in there, I can delete it. I am going to go ahead and save this receipt now. Now I'm seeing all of this information that's entered, and this kind of allows me to look at the photo and double check it. I make sure that all this information is correct. And then I'm going to create an expense from this receipt. Now that I've done that, that receipt snap is going to show up over here in my reviewed receipt. Now that I've done my uploading of my receipt in the mobile app, I'm actually going to go back to the website so I can show you what to do next. Starting from the dashboard, I am going to go into my transactions and I am going to go to the Receipts tab. If I had just scanned the receipt and not went through all the steps with it, the receipt would still be sitting here for review. But because I did go through all those steps in the mobile app, I am going to look in my reviewed. It's showing up here. I did refresh my browser just to make sure that it would show up here. So if you don't see it right away, you might need to do that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over to my bank transactions. And hopefully when we come over to our bank transactions, we will see a match that goes with that receipt. And I am finding that match right here. I am going to match these two. If I were to decide that I want to hold my receipts for the day or for the week and upload a whole bunch of them at the same time, or if I'm getting a lot of receipts digitally, like through email or things like that, I can come in here to my Receipts tab and I can select and add those files here. I can also send them to this email and I can upload them in that way as well. For my personal preference, I do like the app just because it is something that I can take with me, and that way it's less likely that I will forget to add those receipts or keep them, because that way you have a receipt on file somewhere. While it's still important to keep paper receipts as a backup, at least you are making sure that you have a receipt somewhere. I do also recommend that you keep your paper receipts because it is quite easy to accidentally delete receipts in QuickBooks Online. So it is important that we have a backup somewhere, but this is just a way that you can get it in there right away and not forget about it. With QuickBooks, snapping a photo or forwarding an email is all it takes to stay on top of your receipts. No more scrambling at tax time or guessing what a charge was for. If this video helped you simplify your process, hit like, subscribe, and drop a comment below. Your questions might be featured in an upcoming video. Thanks. Bye.